Can you guys see me? Can I get a 5x5, please? Hello. Hi, guys. Chi, Stacy, Dawn, Wisdom, Truth, Country Music, Franny Girl, BX Fire, Burn, Sherry. Hold on, I'm gonna put more light on. I can't wait to introduce you guys to my brother. I'm so excited. How about the lighting now? How's that? Hi, says from Western Australia. LS. Hey, hey, hey. Hello. Joel, Melinda, Katie. Hello to my wonderful moderators, Shalita. So, Shalita, I saw just truth. I don't see Miss Keisha yet. I mean, do you guys want me to end it and do it tomorrow? Let me know what you guys want me to do. On and um basically they pretty much told me without telling me when, like, I'll just get into it. But then I was sent a video, and like you saw a few days ago, I was trying to be the bigger person, and I was like, you know what, I'm no longer discussing you know who. I'm going to be the bigger person. I'm just going to let it go. Let's be peaceful. We're at the end of this. Whatever. I haven't brought her up. I haven't done nothing. I was in a very, very good mood and good spirits and everything. And then I was sent a video in which she literally says that I stole her strategies, which I never did. Okay. People sent me stuff. I had one of her strategies. It was $77, and it was like 3 questions, and I never bothered with her scamming self ever again. And then I had people send me stuff that Pimpy showed. Anyway, and then she says to me that I have well, she says in a video that I have a medical condition which was caused because I called her out. I came against her. So I got sick and I got cancer because I came against her. That devastated me. I was like, you know what? I let this person go. Everybody's right, whatever. But you do not come on and say, and you say you're godly, and then you say you're the reason. So you're basically saying you're the reason why I got sick, why I almost died. So that's why if I don't seem excited, that's the reason. But I am excited. I'm getting over it now. I spent the day with my brother. Um, you know, so now we're getting to bed. I just wanted to say why I didn't seem excited. Marguerite, hello from Australia. And guys, also, I'm very humble and grateful for all of your donations. I appreciate it. Um, but if you want to donate, you feel like you want to, can you please do it to my Cash App and not YouTube? YouTube takes 50% of that. And it's just, so I appreciate it. I'm humbled and I'm very, very grateful for you all. Um, oh, you did, lady, Manadot. Well, guess what? They were trying to exchange my Indonesia Rupaya today. And then they showed me the rate, and I was like, yeah, no. Um, so I really wish this person will come on. This our weekend. Do you want me to tell you what my, you know how Chief said, I'm ready to celebrate? Put it this way, in my opinion, we're going to be celebrating this month. How you like them apples? Jen Spencer, love you. You know, I cried when I heard that. I was just sad. Like, I was not, oh my God. Okay, let me stop. Chad GPT, hello, little sister. Hey, Allison, I miss you. I saw your comment on Twitter. I was so disgusted. I was so hurt, Allison. Love you, boo. Love you. Shalita. MariaNichole, good evening. Just breathe, hello. William Stokes, Lady Red, Randy Pennington, Arnold, Melinda, Rose, Jenna. Keisha's here. What's up, babe? Patty, BX, Donna, Katie, Franny Girl, Roberta, Dawn. Dawn, thank you for coming on. I hope you enjoy the show. I give you information. If you ask, you could ask any question you want. If I have an answer, I'll answer it. If I don't know the answer, I'll tell you I don't know the answer. New dates and rates. Everything is in my opinion. New financial advice. I will give you a timeline, and I will give you rates from what I was told. In my opinion, they could be, but you understand what I'm saying. Um, let's see. Audrey, school bus driver. Yes, it's in my post. Jackie's email. She's actually going to be in chat. Genevieve, Solo Queen, Chi, Diane, Rita. I'm just saying hello to everybody. There's a huge article that came out. I'm actually going to read it to you. Hold on. And did you guys see my article about the strategic framework agreement that's actually been put in effect? I put it in my post last night. Dawn, Bobby, Ted, Patricia, Debbie. I don't see Jackie on actually. Hold on. Sherelle. Is there a Nirvana on? Or Lola? I'm looking for her. Charlie Kirk's wife is speaking on YouTube. I mean, if you guys want me to end, I can't. I mean, what do you want me to do? Solar Water, I have my appointment on Wednesday at 3:30 p.m. And this one is scheduled for 90 minutes. They finalized my LLC. Everything is done. So, they did check my currency. They just couldn't exchange it due to the fact that it was not on Forex. But they did want to exchange the Indonesian rupiah, but I was like, no. So I asked, I'm gonna get into everything. Hold on. Solar War, mine is at 3:30, end of the day. Oh, K Delgado, does the Russian currency year matter? Well, my brother is with me, and my brother recently came from Russia. So any questions regarding the Russian ruble, I'm going to ask him, and he's going to answer. Say hello.
Hi guys.
Say hi to my brother, Daniel. You should push her.
Yep.
Okay. So we're going to get those answers. Um, let's see. Hold on. Okay, guys. If you want your crypto safe, protected by a firewall. You want to have your personal broker 24/7. Contact Caleb and Brown. Sign up. It's free. Use it in my link. You won't regret it. And if my mods could put the Caleb and Brown link in. So let's get ready. You ready to get started? Is the article? Okay. All right, we're done talking about crazy. I was just telling you why I didn't seem excited. That's the only reason I brought it up. I'm done talking about that person. Let's see. Hold on. I'm staying focused. I said I'm done with her. Let's see. All right. All right, we're done with all this. We're done with all this. All right. Okay. My appointment. It lasted about an hour. I asked them a lot of questions and also regular. Like I said, I had dinar, dong, and rupaya with me. So listen, I'm like, I know that you guys have seen the rates since August the 13th. Okay. I said, I have information that you do. The guy looked at me, smiled, and said nothing. Okay. I also asked about the Venezuelan Bolivar. He said to me that, and they only talked about four currencies today. They only talked about the Bolivar, they talked about the IQD, the VND, and the Indonesian Rupiah. No Zimbabwe. All four are no longer considered exotic currencies. Okay, which is a good thing. And all he keeping it very low key was there's a lot going on. Yeah, and I'm telling you guys, after this appointment, and I said to them, I was like, why would I bring my currency? Do you know what I mean? And this is in my opinion. This is supposed to go down Tuesday. Okay. So, do you guys hear me? Oh, can you guys hear me? Alonso Sanchez, in my opinion, the HCL has been done. Can you guys hear me? Trey, yeah, they chose exchange the Irene Indonesian rupiah for 16,000 per one. I was like, absolutely not. All right. Andrea Calloway, Sanibel. What did you guys miss? Understanding self. I said we'll be partying this month. But why would I have a 90-minute appointment at the end of the day with Wells Fargo on Wednesday of next week? Everything is done now. So why they were really gonna just look at me for 90 minutes? They've already checked my currency. I'll tell you the exact amounts that I brought with me. I mean, I don't care, you know? Hold on. They wanted to do the Indonesian rupiah burn. Normie, why is the dinar still at $3? Guys, I'm telling you right now, So all those currencies are no longer exotic currencies, which is really, really good. All Vietnam and Indonesia are manipulated by the government. Okay. So Iraq is I'm gonna post this because I have it in print. Is in the same like basket as Kuwait, and that is why Kuwait is raising their rate because Iraq, they already know the rate, the Iraq's new rate. In my opinion, you understand? So as I said, they're gonna reinstate that is 100% 20 years of inflation, which in my opinion is either going to be 376 to start or 386 to start. They're going to start the float. It's going to be based on supply and demand. Within 24 hours, I see between 410 to 420. Okay. And I see capping off between $10 and then coming back down around 3 to 350. Brenda, Brenda Lean, Maria, do we have to exchange in our region or can we exchange in any state? You can exchange in any state you want. But you want to look for a tier one bank, Brenda. Ellen, does Wells Fargo have a Delarue machine on site? It's called a currency verification machine. And in this branch, yes, they do. Betsy Ross, did she say rupiah on Forex? The Indonesian rupiah and the Vietnamese dong have been on Forex. They were never taken off Forex. They, Gemini, what did they do when they saw your currencies? They looked at them, especially the dinar. You know what I mean? Verified. There was two of them. It was two. It was a regular banker and the premier banker. Looking at it, you know what I mean? On, but they focused mostly on the dinar. They're just checking them out, and they have a currency book as well. Jonathan, can you email me please, and I'll send you that information about the Kuwait and Iraq, so you could see it for yourself. I think they're blocking it. Every time I bring up rates, even in my opinion, they keep cutting me off. Is it 5 by 5 now? Blessed. VES, Bolivar rate, and Digitalis. Will they go and rate? In my opinion, Venezuela is the black of the Venezuelan party, and mine is going um win with these other currencies, in my opinion. Can you guys see me now? Shia, hello. A book and a machine, Gemini. And just looking at it like, probably thinking in their head like, oh, we wish we can invest. But then I'm hearing some of the wealth managers and private bankers, have their family members invested. Did you guys know that? GD, Wells Fargo. I had opened an LLC business account there. 16,000 was 16,000 like 200 something. That's what they offered. I'm like, what are you nuts? Michigan, the Rapaya and nothing else. Well, the dinar is not on Forex active publicly. And the Vietnamese dong, I mean, I think both of those are going to be together. But the VND is floating on Forex, and so is Indonesia and Ben. Uh, Receipts, yes, for the dinar. which I have from Exchange of America. And the receipt thing for the dinars, because I mean, they want to make sure it's not counterfeit. They want to make sure that, it was really, like, the Iraqi dinar was really considered a bad currency. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff that, banks are being very careful with it. It's very volatile. The government of Iraq is strictly controlling their currency. And like when Saddam Hussein was, like, when it was his regime, like, he just, I mean, there's a lot of corruption, and just a lot of people are stealing the currency. Apparently they have like these plates or something that they can make like fake Iraqi dinars. I mean, it's not good. So a lot has changed, and I think like the US Treasury and Oliver and Wyman and Ernst and Young, I think they helped a lot. And I think Mr. T being in office, I think he's pushing it along a lot faster. Bosley, is Canada ready to exchange a dinar? Yes. Daniel Order, did you exchange today? No. Lee Cruz, did they verify your currency? Yes. Brendaline, okay, awesome. I have Bank of America and Wells. I'm going on vacation Saturday to Texas. Okay. Maybe bring a note or two. Just my opinion. Chat GPT, did they ask for receipts? Yes, for the dinar. They wanted to know why I had it, like what's my reasoning for having it, where I got it, like all kinds of questions like that too were asked. So has the dinar, Jonathan, has the dinar at a penny stock according to Frank 26? Jonathan, can you email please dinarinfo2024 at gmail.com? Okay, Christina, regarding the float, how could we gouge if we want to must travel 6+ hours to exchange? Okay, so how the float works. Bank, they got the screen. It's got all the major currency like USD, Euro, all those, like you see that, like all the currencies that are like trading on Forex. So you ask them, what's the current rate? So they could say to you, right now, the rate is $3. Okay. You're like, okay, I'm going to head over there right now. You could pull up to the bank. You could call them again and you could check Forex yourself. It's forex.com or Onda. Those are the two main Forexes that I look at. And my people do. So, and you could get, and then whatever it is, because based on supply and demand, sales already buying all that. So say you come in, you exchange at $3. Say in the process of exchanging, say it moves up. You have to finish your exchange at, okay. Then you can make another appointment. Like follow the rate because it's gonna fluctuate really fast. You guys understand what I'm saying? But I would keep an eye on Forex. Randy, what do you think the dinar rate will be? I say it again. I think they're gonna come off between $6 and $10 and go back down and stay around, say, between 3 and 3.50, in my opinion. Some nonsense like, oh, we got to send it out. It's going to be a credit. No. Tell me where you're sending my money, okay? ever, don't ever. Like when they went to verify, I went with them. Never. And you never tell anybody how much you hold either. Danielle, was the IDR the new rate? No. Maria, can you repeat the information about how much you would get? Reply. It was 16,200 something. TK, I did. I did not exchange, but I have an appointment for Wednesday, the 17th at 3:30 p.m. for a 90-minute appointment. So I guess they just want to look at me, right? B Brother LLC. Nothing. They did not bring up the Zim at all. They look at it. They compare it to the pictures in the book, and once it goes into the machine, it populates on the screen. Yes, for Lee Cruz. No, Gigi, they don't want anybody to know. That's why I said to the guy, I was like, bro, I know that you guys had the rate since August 13th, in my opinion. I know that for a fact. So, like, I don't know if you think I'm stupid or whatever, but you're not going to play me. I'm like, I understand you're trying to protect yourself, but don't, you know what I mean? Like, they all want to play dumb. I'm like, why would you even have me here? Why would you have me bring this here? Why would you spend over an hour with someone that is just opening up a business account? You obviously want me as a customer for a reason, because obviously you're gonna make money off of me, and you know the kind of commission you're making off of me. And that's when I told him, I know that you guys know the rate. He had this big smile on me, and I said, you know what? You could go on your computer now too. Show me your back screen, like the back office. They have a whole bunch of currencies that they deal with. You think he showed me? Nope. Just a smile. Boy, all he said, oh, Venezuela is going through a lot right now. Dude, you're full of it. They know. They're trying to protect them. Listen, guys, I'm super excited. I'm just, honestly, why? I mean, I'll post, the email confirmation so you guys can see it. Why would you want me there for 90 minutes? At the end of, so it's 3:30, so I'll be there till 5 o'clock. Think about that. Keisha tried to buy currency today and she couldn't purchase anything. Yeah, because a lot of stuff is going on. I'm telling you, a lot of it is sold out. The whales are buying up everything. Hi, Jason from Guam. Hold on. Alonzo, get excited. Let me read you guys this article really fast, and then I'm gonna do hold on, let's see. I haven't seen him in a long time. Hold on. Jonathan, just email me and I'll send you all that, and I'm gonna post all that info as well. Hi, Sandy. Let me see the phone. All right. The numbers, they were checking that plastic portion and they were comparing it to the pictures in the book. They've been saying to be quiet, you know what I mean? But I say everything in my opinion, and it is what it is. But they're definitely trying to block. You're gonna get the public rate. Carreras, it's all finalized. Yeah, it's been like over a month that every certain be quiet. Jordan is Jonathan, Jordan, Qatar, Dubai, um, Afghanistan. I think I posted all the countries. TK, I have an appointment Wednesday at 3:30. No, they only looked at. I just said they focused mostly on the dinar. Lee. Yeah, Patriot here is just garbage. I'm like, why would I want to do anything? Um, Darlene Taylor, cap off between $6 to $10, meaning the supply and demand can drive it that high. Yes, but I don't think anybody's going to get a chance to exchange at that amount. Yes, Trick is correct. One USD is 16,000. Well, they said it was 16,200 something. Let's see. Did you see the article I posted about Indonesia yesterday? And I also read an article while I was live. BX, they were talking about fake plates with the dinar. Hi, Woody. Uh, yes, for the dinar. They asked for receipts, yes. Love MB, what do you mean you got dinar for nothing? No. Cameron, did they Wells charge you a fee to verify your currency? No. Bosley, I've always been a person to say contact the bank, be honest with them, and on you guys, they're gonna call the people on their list first. Lee Cruz, it was a book and a machine. They really, really focus on the dinar. Tell you that, guy. Right, but there's a lot of counterfeit out there too, Marge. Lies create wars. Can we change IQD without LLC? Absolutely. As long as you have a check-in savings account, as long as you're a customer of the bank, you could exchange. TK, can you guys hear me? Olive O, how long will we have to exchange? From what I heard, in my opinion, 90 days. But the digital, the lower notes, and the three zeros will coexist. So another thing too is if you exchange your currency, your dinar, for example, at a tier one American bank, it goes to the treasury because the treasury is a contract for oil. So that goes sent to the treasury. Say you go to like a satellite bank that Frank's friend is at, that would go to the CBI. Jason Lee, I think so. No, they didn't offer me 16K. That's the rate for the I only had a $5,000 Indonesian note with me. Lee Cruz, it's through a book, currency verification book, and a currency verifying machine that's connected to a computer where the tellers are. Yeah, so basically, if I would have exchanged, I probably would have gotten like $2 or $3. Um, well, because they said that the currencies are not tradable on Forex, so they couldn't exchange it. So that's why they moved my appointment for Wednesday, and it's 90 minutes. LS, armed bankers, insider trading, if family members have it. Well, as long as they don't talk about it, see, I don't know how that works. I just know, so I've always been told $1.10 to $1.40 for the Indonesian rupiah. I have full bars and Wi-Fi. Do you want me to start another stream? Sapphire Lynn. I'm not giving financial advice, but I would watch the float. You have to know when to hold them, when to fold them. It's 16,200 something per one USD for the rupiah. The Bolivar is 6 cents right now, isn't it? Jacqueline. Yeah. Or should I just do videos and post the information in the videos? R2H2 was currency in your site the entire time? Yes. You can't, Crypto Mojo, you cannot exchange the Bolivar right now. You gotta wait till it's tradable on Forex. The banks want your money. They know what they're gonna make from your exchange. Because ain't no senior, vice president of Premier Banking gonna spend all this time with somebody that was there to open a business account. Okay? And apparently, I didn't listen to Frank today, but apparently, like I said on August 19th, what happened, in my opinion, apparently Frank confirms that. Is that true? They told me what the meeting was for. You understand what I'm saying? And that if it changes prior to that, they will do it before Wednesday. In my opinion, you understand? I just can't say on here what the appointment is for. And I knew what it meant. I knew they knew all about the Bolivar. That dude had such a smile on his face when I told him I know that they seen the rates since August 13th. I'm talking huge smile. It's per 16K per 1 USD for Indonesian rupiah. I had a $5,000 note with me. Oh, I understand they want to meet quotas, but they also want to make money, right? So if you were a premier banker, would you waste your time on somebody that doesn't have money in your bank and that you weren't gaining anything from? It's exactly my school bus driver. My Chase told me they counted right on site in their machine and it's directly deposited in your account. So they put it in to a machine and that it populates on the computer where the tellers are. They'll take your note. That's how they verify. And then what do you call it? And then they have a currency verification. Bob La. Oh, hi Bob. I've been trying to get in touch with you. Hold on. I lost him. Where? No, double dipping. Chris Garrett is when, so say you exchange your dinar and say the dong didn't go and then you go and exchange and you go and you buy a whole ton of Vietnam, for example. That's double dipping. Jonathan, this will be a non-taxable event in my opinion. Well, Kuwait wasn't taxed. All your time. No, I just answered that question. For my currency, I'm going with you. Do not ever let go of sight of your currency, ever. And if they say they got to send it out, oh, where are you sending it to? Because I'm going to go there. No, 1 USD is equivalent to 16,200, I forgot the exact number, of rupiah. 1 USD. So, do you guys know about the white papers, right? The white papers is the whole monetary reform that Dr. Shabibi wrote out. The white papers are super, super important. And did you see all the banks in the Middle East, the central banks? They all agreed to let Iraq go forth with their monetary reform. I have one note. Yes, I'm not signing no NDA. I'm not doing any of that. Mm-mm. Absolutely. She said, Marie, if you exchange, will you be able to come back on it? Well, if I exchange, you guys are going to know because it's going to be on Forex. Yeah, it was the whole, what's the word I'm looking for? The white papers. So the whole plan of what the monetary reform of Iraq was going to look like. And Dr. Shabibi said that the Iraqi dinar could sustain $16 based on all their assets and everything. Kelly, I didn't delete, who deleted Kelly's super chat? You could Google white papers of the monetary reform by Dr. Shabibi, and it'll give you it's the whole plan. Who deleted Kelly's question? And Rosa, the white papers are the whole. It's the plan. It's the whole plan of the monetary reform. Blanca, I didn't hear that. I actually have an article I'm going to read. All right, let's see. Zo World, I already said the reason. I can't. I'm afraid to repeat it on YouTube because I don't want to get frozen or anything. Yes, he was the founder of the whole monetary reform in Iraq. That's exactly correct. Oh, what the white papers are? It's the blueprint. That's what it is. It's the blueprint of the monetary reform. Because it wasn't on Forex, that's why I couldn't do it. Normie, in my opinion, I think XRP is going to be dropping. I think the currencies are going to go up. XRP is going to drop. And didn't John Dowling have one of my favorites on today, Dave Mahoney? I got to watch that show. I love Mahoney. Bob Locke, can you please post in here again? I don't see your message. Hold on, I'm checking, Kelly. I lost a lot of messages. Bob Locke wrote something and I can't find him. Oh, hi, Kelly, babe. Hold on. And if you guys want to start posting your, well, let me read the article and then you could ask your questions about the Russian currency. I'm going to post a lot of information, guys. So if you missed anything, all right. I went all the way up. Mods, if you could find Kelly's question, please. Oh, and also we're able to get a connection through Banknote World, and he actually is given his phone number, so find us, in my opinion. Okay, so I'll just post the information. Do you guys want to know anything about the Russian ruble? I'll just make a video with the article then. Yes, I have a bank appointment Wednesday at 3:30 p.m. How about now? Hi, Felicia. Those white papers are the whole blueprint of the whole monetary reform. And all the central banks in the Middle East agreed to let Iraq move forward. And remember, they have a deadline. This is not going into December. I don't even want to hear that. No. You're correct. No, it's not going to no November, December. None of that. Well, that's what I'm saying, Pete. The currencies are going to go. XRP is going to drop. And then as soon as it's legislated very shortly, I think it's going to go to the moon, in my opinion. And guys, remember what you see like 0.31, point 0.2, point 0.1, whatever. You got to convert that into USD. Did you see the charts? I haven't posted. Okay, okay, so this is a good question. Tier 1 banks, that includes JP Morgan, Wells Fargo are the two main banks, okay? Citibank, PNC. Oh, by the way, I got a nice little email from PNC today, which I'm going to post. They're going to be shutting down from September 26th to the 28th because they're doing new digital banking. Let me, I'll post that email. And I'll post the email with my appointment too. Patriot Hero, as far as I heard, they canceled they're not going to have elections. Kim Newton, I'm on X. Kim, it's in my post section of my YouTube channel. And they caught the guy that killed Charlie Kirk. Yeah, I was gonna get like pennies for. I don't want that garbage. You know what I mean? Citibank, PNC, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, Bank of America, and you want to have an account, whether it's a checking, savings, whatever, have some kind of account so that they exchange. And bubblegum, they need to reset the currency before. And that's exactly, in my opinion, what's going to happen. And I believe a lot of people are going to get an opportunity to really get a lot of XRP and other cryptos. Joy, I'm not a fan of Sudani. Yes, Kim. Yes, JMR. Yes, I did. Is it true that they caught Maduro? Because if they caught him, that's what I'm going to understand why dude was so weird about when I was talking about the Bolivar. Did they catch Maduro? Does anybody know? And they have secure. Let me just read you. I'm just going to read you two key points. Hold on. Let's see. Key points from this article. Explicit. Okay, right here. Thursday, the decision the U.S. Congress to cancel the authorization to use military force against Iraq represent an explicit recognition that the phase of direct military intervention in the country has ended. He added, the Parliamentary Security and Defense Committee considers this decision a positive step, even if it comes late, but it represents an explicit recognition that the phase of direct military intervention in Iraq has ended, and that Iraq today is a sovereign state managing its internal and external affairs with an independent national decision. I told you, all the military's out, and they got paid. And I'm telling you, Trump, in my opinion, didn't get 1310. Um, hmm. The psyop, I think I don't want to say this, but I'm gonna agree, in my opinion, with what you said, Janaya. I just can't say it on my channel because this is YouTube. The only bank I heard of in Canada is Nova Scotia and TD, but TD is not a tier one. Can somebody prove that they caught Maduro? Because that would explain why the guy was acting so like weird about talking when I was talking about the Bolivar in Venezuela. Exactly, they wouldn't waste their time with me. And why schedule another appointment for 90? What do you just want to look at me? Like, it doesn't, you know what I mean? Solar water, that is exactly what I wanted to say. Guys, read his comment. That's exactly what's going on. And it's all about to come to a very, very concise conclusion. The ETFs on XRP are coming, yeah. Gina, you could go to Caleb and Brown under my link, sign up. You could buy currency through them. There's also exchanges like Kraken that you can buy crypto through. Let's see. Okay, do you guys have any questions about the Russian ruble? Well, if Maduro was captured, that's why I got a very weird response about Venezuela and Bolivar today. Because they know what's about to happen. I'm telling you. All right, hold on, let's see. Okay, no questions about the Russian money? Они спрашивают, какой деноминации лучше самой покупать? Русский рубль.
В плане денег?
Ага.
5000.
$5,000 note. And какой год?
Броню.
And you want to get the newest one,
Ну,
which is 2023.
Как бы не имеет.
So it's not, you want to get the not circulated. Because the circulated ones you might have an issue with. Let's see. Самое большое у них 5000, да?
Да.
The biggest denominations is the $5,000 note.
Это как $100 в Америке.
It's like $100 USD, the 5K Russian ruble. And guys, remember when you type in Google, you know what Google is all about. So I love Google though, because it's, you know, YouTube is affiliated with Google. I'm telling you, guy was acting so weird when I brought up the Venezuelan Bolivar today. And Venezuela, weird. Like, just wanted to end that conversation as fast as possible. The VES, Sabriano, Venezuelan Bolivar. Said it's better to buy uncirculated. And the newest one. Самый новый 23-го года, да?
Не имеет значения, само что они были новые и брали именно в проверенных банках.
You got to make sure that it's like the newer the better, uncirculated, and that they were bought from like specific banks from Russia.
Потому что очень много ходит фейка.
There's a lot of fake like Russian rubles going around. They didn't do the dong or the dinar because it wasn't tradable. Firefighter was $5,000, 5K new Indonesian rupiah. Sabriano Digitalis is VS. It's the same thing, yes. I posted, I think, the pictures of the Indonesia rupiah. Didn't I post them? I'll post them. Он нашел 1921. Это миллион Russian ruble note.
Yes.
Это много денег стоит.
Сколько еще раз нашел?
Это миллион, да?
Это миллион.
1921 года.
1921 года?
Ага. Это что-то стоит? Какие-то деньги?
Я не думаю.
I just asked him. He said that Pete, that might not be worth anything, but you could still check it out. You guys like the Russian? As soon as, well, Trump is considering to put more sanctions on them, but I think they're going to make a deal. But I'm going to tell you one thing: the president of Russia is going to make sure Russia's good. Правильно, что Путин всегда будет make sure, что Russia в хорошем состоянии.
Конечно, четвертая экономика в мире сейчас.
He said it's the fourth best economy in the world.
данный момент. Хотя делают санкции, а
Even
рубль
with
только,
sanctions and
а
everything.
рубль только крепчает.
But the ruble is just going to get stronger and stronger. That's what he's saying. So the IQD, as long as it's not, there's no pictures of Saddam Hussein on them for the Iraqi dinar. And the Vietnamese dong, I'll post what they should look like as well. Divide. Somebody says divide.
Hi.
Hi. Isn't he handsome? Who's better looking, me or him? Hold on. Yeah, Gigi, I speak Russian. Da.
Да.
Da.
Yes, Russia.
Uh-huh. Say привет.
Привет. Русским всем привет, ребят.
He said, what's up to all the Russians? Hold on. Let's see. Let's see. VES is the Bolivar that I was told that's going to be exchangeable, in my opinion. Frank, Maria, where can we buy the Syrian pound? I posted it. It's on XE. But the rate is terrible. Well, I'm Russian, school bus driver. $5,000 ruble, that's their highest denomination. The new ones, the 23. I don't, с 23 года они больше не делали.
Делать. Да
No.
не имеет значения. Пятитысячные будут ходить еще очень долго. Не имеет значения. Вы сам наберите у проверенных людей, если хотите взять эти деньги.
You gotta make sure you get it from authentic
Да,
people.
по крайней мере, у русских, которые приезжают в Россию, можно купить русский рубль.
You gotta make sure because there's a lot of counterfeit fake Russian rubles.
Он не может обвалиться рубль.
He came from Russia
Потому что сейчас торговля
and he
идет.
wants to go back.
Потому что торговля идет между Китаем и там Индией и рублями. Рублями они нам свои валюты. То есть уже долларом не торгуют между двумя странами, ну, между странами, короче.
He said, okay.
Переходит БРИКС вот этот, который сейчас сделал.
So he's talking about BRICS right now. Вопрос. Путин будет делать, что XRP будет у них делать cross-border payment, но через банки он юзает XRP, правильно?
И он хочет отказаться вообще от этого всего, я думаю.
Нет, и золото, он хочет деньги делать рубль с золотом.
А он всегда подтвержденный. У нас всегда рубль подтвержденный золотом.
And he said the ruble is backed by gold.
Это не как в Америке.
A rat cat, that's my brother. But thanks. No, he came from Russia, but he wants to go back. He never wanted to come here. But I begged and pleaded. No, it's my brother. Says I'm speaking Russian. Они говорят, they want to drink vodka with Russian friends. Bonnie Shaw, I was always told $2 to $2.50 for the rate for the dong, in my opinion. But I'm hearing like Goldilocks is saying, and there's a lot of other people that are telling me I'm going to be very surprised that it's much higher than that, in my opinion. Russians are good people. Thank you.
Thank you.
Somebody said, как вы what does that say? Почитай.
Где? Не вижу.
Как вы
а там по-английски. Позитивно.
I don't even know. Thank you, Mama Mia.
Там только было по-русски.
All right. Что такое Яндекс? Они спрашивают.
Яндекс.
И что это?
Это как поисковик, как Google.
It's like a Google. It's a search index. That's what Yandex is. Они могут купить русский рубль в аэропорту?
В Америке?
In what airport? In America? Guys, as soon as the rate is posted on Forex, all the tier one banks that do currency exchange will exchange your currency. They can't say they're not because they have to. And that's why I straight up told the dude, am I not today, but the last appointment. Once it's on Forex, I don't care what you're not doing now. Once it's on Forex, you have to exchange it. Somebody called you a Russian ruby. I thought my friend Keisha, good, my Russian ruby. Yeah. The 1960 America, Russia. Make it rain. I would check that again before you say that. Reply is not on Wells Fargo currency list. I would actually go and ask them to show you all the currencies. Он пишет, Россия имеет много gold, настоящий gold и настоящий amount, что Россия имеет много золота.
Самый большой залежи в мире.
He's saying that they have the highest gold reserves in the world.
Бриллианты, золото, нефть, газ, Рева, вся таблица
Oil,
Менделеева.
gas, diamonds,
Бриллианты, все что угодно.
guys, I posted what the investing.com was showing for the Indonesian rupiah yesterday, and I also posted, and then I thought, that's what I was gonna get. That's why I even bothered to bring it. But when they told me that, I was just like, oh, this is ridiculous. We're still like, let's see. I mean, it's showing at 6 cents. But I was told 117. So, in my opinion, and I told you I would post a screenshot of that. Especially, can I get a Russian citizenship if I don't drink vodka? Yeah, I'm sure you can. Um, he speaks very little English. Betsy Ross is asking, why another bank appointment? Think about it. And a 90-minute one. Why? Because in my opinion, something about to happen. What? Сколько пишет? So what does that say?
Я люблю тебя, Мария.
Somebody just said, I can't read Russian. Somebody just said, I love you, Maria. Thank you, Ray. Hold on, let's see. Margaret David, you don't need an LLC. I needed to open a business account. You just need a regular account, checking, savings, it doesn't matter. Спрашивают, XRP большой в России сейчас?
Ой, не могу даже сейчас ответить на этот вопрос, честно говоря. Но я думаю, он растет, да.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah. Kevin, to answer your question.
Но он то же самое, не имеет значения, какая страна. Вот то, что и в Америке, то, что и в России, он также будет расти.
No, Bern, I already had an LLC done. Они спрашивают, Путин настоящий или это его, или он fake? No,
Bullshit.
it's a real Putin. Once the exchanges start, in my opinion, they will. The question was, will the banks work on a weekend? Exactly, PG. They have no choice but to exchange. It's on the foreign exchange. And they want your business. People have said that Vietnam could possibly go before Iraq, but the Iraq is a linchpin. So, and now they actually did the white papers and all the Middle Eastern CBIs. Yeah, those white papers are huge. It's huge. I'm getting a trust too. Hold on. All right, guys, I gotta get off soon. I'm gonna also make videos, separate videos with articles and information, because in case you missed it while I was frozen, I want to make sure you get this information. And I will also post stuff. My appointment was with Premier Banking at Wells Fargo, PG. Sin, banks do have to honor what's on Forex. Yes. So whatever rate is shown on Forex, once it's on Forex, they have to honor that. But they charge a thing called a spread, which is inside of the rate. Тебе нравятся John Wick movies? Ну, вот этот, в
Поезд.
который Keanu Reeves играет. Это John Wick.
Да, прикольно.
Yes, he does. Are you talking about the Bolivar solar water, even at 6 cents? That's not bad at all, especially if you have 500 mil. Yeah, that's, I would do it in a heartbeat. If it would have been on Forex, they would have exchanged it. And remember, those four currencies are no longer considered exotic. I don't know if you guys missed that. I said that earlier. I can't read Russian. I can only speak it. I've been in America for a very long time. But my brother never, he decided to stay in Russia with my grandparents that were there. So I came here with my parents. And then I always, like, I want to go to Russia, and he laughs at me all the time. I'm like, I want to go to Lenin, to the, where Lenin is, like, to see him laying there in a casket. He's like, why do you want to see a dead person laying in a casket? I'm like, I just really want to see that. And he always laughs at me. See, he's laughing at me. He's like, you're insane. Do you think the rate that I heard originally from $2 to 250 is what it's going to be, or do you think it'll be much higher? Just in your opinion, if you could just put that in the chat real quick, because she is from Venezuela. She's actually going to join live tomorrow when I do the live. Can you just give them just a little something from Vietnam? This is somebody from Vietnam. GGS, my appointment is with Wells, yeah. Jim Oliverio. Marie, do you need to have an appointment with the bank before you exchange? Yes. Janai, this is not financial advice. This person's at, how do we protect our money once the bank, because they aren't only supposed to protect like 250K? That's FDIC. In my opinion, not financial advice. I would diversify immediately. Crypto, real estate, gold and silver, immediately. Several accounts. You got to also remember, depending on the account. You know what I'm saying? Each person on the account is covered by that 250.